Did you know that some of the most common things you do at night could actually be sabotaging your prostate health? The prostate is a very delicate gland. It's a gland that over the years can become inflamed, can get damaged, and if not careful, later down the road can actually lead to cancer. But some of the things we do every single day as men, or sometimes frequently during the week or the month, could actually be sabotaging our prostate health. What are these? What are these actions? What are the things that we should be changing to make sure that a prostate stays healthy and we reverse the inflammation process? Believe it or not, everything you eat or how you manage stress, your day-to-day, and the actions you take during the day or night could actually be affecting how your prostate stays healthy. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the things that you should never do at night that actually are going to protect your prostate. Things that are very simple and others quite mildly complicated, if you will, but things that no matter what are going to affect the health of this part of this urinary system and it is actually going to degrade if you're not careful. What are these? That's what I'm going to reveal to you in this video. Before we move on, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I've always been surprised at the amount of people that watch these videos but are not yet subscribed. So go ahead and press that like button or that subscribe button and that bell notification so you receive more videos that might actually be very helpful to your health. Number 1, eating diuretic foods or too much water before going to bed. Not many people understand that our prostate is sitting right below our bladder. This is extremely important because the location is going to affect how our prostate reacts to the production of urine. The bladder is the organ that's going to hold all the urine together, everything you produce during the night. And if you are taking too much water before going to bed, or you're eating diuretic foods or supplements, or taking something that is producing more urine than what you should be producing at night, you're going to be filling up that bladder. The prostate, which is just beneath your bladder, is going to feel that pressure. It's probably inflamed. It's probably having a problem trying to solve a problem, and you are putting pressure on it, making things more difficult, making things not healable if you want. And one of the things that you should stop doing is actually stop drinking too much water before you go into bed, stop drinking alcohol or diuretic foods that are going to affect your prostate health. Now, another thing that most people don't think about is that holding in your urine for too long, especially before going to bed, because while you're at bed, you can't really help it, puts extra pressure on the bladder and the prostate. That incomplete bladder emptying will actually put you at a higher risk for urinary tract infections, inflammation of the prostate, maybe infections of the prostate that you obviously have to prevent. If you need something natural that can help you deal with the situation and prostatitis as a whole, look for berberine, metathyroid, Curcu Health, and Prostatine from Fineland at FinelandVitamins.com. Number 2, eating processed foods or spicy foods during the day, but especially at night. Our urinary system is one. Everything you eat, everything you're going to digest is going to get metabolized at some point during the body and is going to get excreted via your colon or via your urinary system. Now, if it's getting expelled through your urinary system, it's going to pass right through that urethra, right next to your prostate. And obviously, every irritation that you are causing with high processed foods, with salts, spicy foods, peppers, and other ingredients, and maybe even supplements you're taking, are going to end up irritating your urethra, and then obviously right next to that, your prostate. Avoid ultra-processed foods like sausages, frozen meals, snacks, especially at dinner. They can trigger chronic inflammation, which affects the entire body, including your prostate, and if you are then metabolizing all of this right to that urethra next to your prostate, you will have and see inflammation. Remember that the consequences of high sodium are also fluid retention. More pressure on that urinary system will cause more pressure on that prostate, more inflammation, and less of a healing process. Number 3, poor sleep or an inconsistent rest. We don't think about how our body heals at night, but the body actually regulates also hormones and heals all these disequilibriums we might have within our hormone balance, which affect our prostate. Your body heals and regulates hormones during sleep, and poor sleep is going to affect your prostate. It's going to affect it directly. And not many people think about this as something that needs to be taken care of. Now, if you have prostate inflammation and you're getting up at night more than 4 or 5 times a day, you have to deal with this. You have to deal with whatever I've just told you before in this video, and what I'm going to mention right now after this exact point I'm going to mention is extremely important. You need to make sure your rest is very stable. You're not waking up at night, you're not taking any supplements that are going to increase that urinary process, and at the same time, you are going to see lower testosterone levels or production, worsening those nighttime urinary symptoms. That those are the ones that you exactly don't want. You need supplements. You need something that is going to decrease that inflammation, improve testosterone production, make sure that your hormones are balanced, because this is central to make sure that you have a good quality sleep. You're not waking up at night and you're not messing up that entire regenerative process that you need for it to function. If you need something natural for this purpose, go ahead and look for 5-HTP, berberine, metathyroid, prostatine, and CoQ Health from Fineland at finelandvitamins.com. Number 4, sitting for hours at a time. Sitting for hours at a time, maybe before going to bed, watching a movie, or during long periods during the day, watching TV or working at something on the computer right before going to bed is really a not good idea. This puts pressure on that pelvic area and also heat, which is going to bring more inflammation or more circulation, more blood to somewhere that is actually already inflamed, already seeing prostatitis, already seeing this organ and this gland that needs to be shrunken, not heated up. So this is a very bad idea. What you need is something that will reduce blood flow. You need to keep it cool. You need to maybe lie down, not sit around more than what you're sitting around during the day. It's not a good idea that this obviously can lead to inflammation and congesting and making it harder to fully empty that bladder, increasing the risk of infections, inflammation, prostatitis, and later down the road, cancer, if you are not careful. Remember, your prostate is a gland. It's not a muscle. It's something that is delicate. The more heat you put on it, the more pressure you put on it, it's going to be harder to get it to shrink and reverse. And remember, your prostate health does not just depend on age. It depends on many things, your daily and nightly choices. Very important to consider, because at night sometimes can be the most delicate part of the day, because you're doing things at night that are actually making things worse. God bless and take care.